Yeah.
So for general CrossFitters that is trying to get stronger, that already do squats and deadlifts and kind of normal CrossFit type stuff, what would be a big change that you would suggest, like a competitive but not world-class CrossFitter take on?
One thing that I'm going to ask you a question. Mathematically, how tall is a pyramid?
How tall is a pyramid?
Mathematically.
Mathematically?
I don't know
Oh
what that
shit,
means.
math. Well, like
As tall as its base.
Okay.
CrossFitters don't have a base. You have to have a wide base to be good at any sport. First thing I would do, they do enormous amount of sled dragging, pushing wheelbarrows, walking with strongman yokes, and so forth. Lots of reverse hypers. You know, you have a lot of lower back injuries, a lot of shoulder injuries. So you have to complement the training so they don't have the injuries. Downtime,
So
you're not getting
more
any
heavy
good.
carries is a big thing you think CrossFitters
More heavy
should take
carries.
on?
so like
Yeah,
strength endurance, strength capacity type movements. So they may do a bunch of that stuff now, like that's just moving, but doing it heavier.
I think another thing that a lot of CrossFit programs leave out is the assistance work. What kind of that's kind of what you're saying right now. Is
And I think they kind
when you
of
say
shit
things-
on it.
When you say things like reverse hyper, that's something that doesn't get done very often in the CrossFit world. I mean, is that something?
Okay.
What other than reverse hyper should CrossFitters be doing, you think?
Well, let me just put it this way. No gym in the world has two 2,700-pound totals. I have 5. All right, a 2960, for instance, starting down to 2705. But 80% of our training is spatial exercise. Only 20% of the training is with a squat, bench, or deadlift. Over 80 and above. I've also trained a heptathlon girl that trained the very same percentages of spatial exercise to classical exercise.
So you're saying 20% of the training is based on practicing what you're going to do in competition. The other 80% is preparing for that 20%?
Is building up the base.
Okay.
You saw Josh Conley squat in there. Josh just squatted 1080 in the contest.
What was his best squat today? So we had a gentleman in here box squatting. Is that the shot putter?
No.
Okay,
Well,
no, sorry.
that fellow, the shot putter, came here 3 months ago, had a 700 squat. He parallel box squat 860.
Yeah, we just saw.
Went
I
up
think
100,
CCP got that on camera.
160-pound increase in 3 months. But Josh Conley's normal squat workout is 12,000 pounds of squats. All right, his reverse hyper poundage in one workout is 48,000 pounds.
So that's
That's
the
total
amount of
volume.
work he's
Four-
accumulating over the sets. Yeah.
It's 4 to
Weight
1.
times reps.
It's 4 to 1 directed to the lower back, glutes, and hamstrings. All right, so.
So there's something that's a little bit different about your gym. A lot of people say that you shouldn't be using machines, you should all be free weights and whatnot, but you guys have a fair amount of machines and it looks like you take advantage of them quite a bit.
Well, you got to be smarter than the weights. And but also we do 200 leg curls with 20-pound ankle weights. And that's you go count the steps when you push a wheelbarrow, pull a sled. We're not making one trip. We're making several trips. A lot of times I'll push a 630-pound wheelbarrow for 45 minutes straight. I'm 65 years old.
So that'd be something that's very counterintuitive for a lot of people that think you guys are training for absolute strength. If you're doing 200 repetitions with 20 pounds, that doesn't sound like a very intuitive thing to do for that sport.
Well, without a plan, you plan to fail. And programming is everything. Organization is everything. Like I talk about.